Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Welcome once again to the channel. I'm Octane, your host, and today we take a look at possible deck combinations. So the combination that we're currently looking at is the combination that I came up with for the bosses that are running blind. So this card will actually get rid of blind. So it dispels blind 6, and what this card will do for you, in addition to dispelling blind, it will upgrade all water power gem by 1 rank. It's got a free turn cooldown, and it does create 6 water power gem 7s passively. It's a commander card, however, but it works really great. This is also a commander card. It's from the same deck, Black Flag Marooners, and this one will also upgrade your power gems to 1 rank higher, and it will give you an additional 13 power gem 7s as well. It does create 6 water power gems 7 passively, and it permanently increases water commanders damage, which we're not too interested in because it's a Slayer event. Phantom Unseen is the card that I'm running on this one, and Phantom Unseen will create 30 water power gem 4s every 3rd time Bloody Mary speaks. Metaverse Master will be one of the cards that will give 150% damage to Phantom Unseen, along with Supreme Santa. Supreme Santa will give Phantom Unseen an increase, and the increase varies. If you haven't got any water power gems on the board, it will give you 200% additional attack. If you've got more than 8 water power gems on the board, that is times 10, and you can go up to a maximum of 565%, and that is dependent on intensity. So we will be producing intensity from Phantom Unseen alongside these 4 relics. So this is the current relic. It's a current ultimate relic. This one is for Phantom Unseen, and this one is for Phantom Unseen, and that one is for the current relic. And we're also running a Keter Enchanted Bow. So that's the first combo. This is the second combo, and this one I'm running the current support card to dispel slumber. That's the only use this one has got to dispel slumber. So this is the bosses for slumber, and it's basically the same setup, just with 1 additional card to get rid of slumber. This is basically the same setup with an addition of combat ready crew, and you've got Phantom Unseen, Supreme Santa, and Bloody Mary. And those are 3 combinations that works. I'm gonna create another combination that works really well. As you can see this one in action. So this one comprises of Ready Combat Crew, Valhalla Vanguards. I think that's it for that one. The next one will be a commander card, so it will be this one, Black Flag Marooners. We will also be running Supreme Santa, which is a noble killer to give us a boost, and last but not least, Metaverse Masters, which is a chaotic killer commander dark. And there it is. So what we are looking for, we're looking for the boost on this one, Ready Combat Crew, and Black Flag Marooners will be the last card to be activated to upgrade all the power gems Valhalla Vanguard will give us 30 Power Gem 7s on the board. And relics that I'm running for this one, again, I'll be running mostly water relics. So let's go for Slayer. And we're just gonna run the relics that are Noble Killer. So only Noble Killer relics on this one as well. So we're gonna go straight into the event, and we're gonna have a look at these 4 combinations in action. Now, one is really powerful, however, it all depends on the layout of your gems and so on and so forth. And that one is the last one that I just just put together. That one is really powerful. So we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna use each combination and see exactly what they are capable of doing. So with this one, we're gonna use 3 keys. I was using this one earlier and it did give me over 7.5 quadrillion damage on the first attack. First attack will always be the most powerful of all your attacks, simply because Valhalla Maiden only creates those 30 water power gems when it is on its the first time you activate its battle skill. After that, just creates 10. So that's when it's ambushing. So 3.5 quadrillion for Ready Combat Crew on this turn. Now the deck is not it's not a deck that is insane. Santa's got a 6-turn cooldown, Ready Combat Crew has got a 4-turn cooldown, Metaverse Master's got a 1-turn cooldown, and the next 2 cards got 3-turn cooldown. So it's all over the place. So you have to basically pay attention to your activation sequence and when those cards are ready. Now this one is not really that powerful. It's a card that's comprised of mainly Noble Killer cards, so it's all Noble Killers on board. This one dispels blind, and this one I'm running this one mainly because this one is intensity dependent. So I'm depending on my intensity to get Santa to give me the maximum amount of boost to my attack as possible. So this one, I'm not really relying on it to give me a massive attack on the first attack. I'm relying on the attack to actually increase as time goes on, because when you get up to, I think it's 450 intensity, if you've got 8 or more Power Gem 1s or higher on the board, Supreme Santa actually give you that 5,650 percent attack increase, which is quite massive. So that's what we are running this one primarily for. So this one is for bosses that they've got really high health, so the fight is going to be long and drawn out. Those ones are for eternal bosses. So that's this one. It's going to do a lot of chip damage because Santa's got a 6-turn cooldown. So because it's got a 6-turn cooldown, you know that you're going to do damage every 6 turns. You can activate your cards, the cards that's got a 3-turn cooldown, every so often when you're ready, just to do a bit of chip damage. So as you can see, 4-4, 3-1-5. So the damage is not really that high on this one. You're doing just under 1 quadrillion damage with this one. So this one is not a brilliant damage dealer, but it is something that you could use if you wanted to. So I'm just showcasing this one for that purpose. So I'll activate these ones because these ones have got a 3-turn cooldown. On the 4th turn, Ready Combat Crew will be ready, and then on the 6th turn, we'll have Supreme Santa ready to go. So we've got 1 more turn before Supreme Santa is ready, so Supreme Santa should be ready on this turn. So we've actually got 276 intensity, and we're gonna use all our battle skills. You got 156 skill points as well, because Ready Combat Crew does give you a ultimate gem, which doesn't really do much anyway, but every little helps. So as you can see, my damage output is actually increasing with the level of intensity, but it does take a while to get your intensity up to the maximum amount. So it's not really for bosses that's got 20 second clock. It's mostly for bosses that's got a 1 minute clock. So we'll quit that and we'll look at another combination. And this combination and this combination are basically the same. So this one, I would run this one because this boss has got blind, but I wouldn't run this one because then you're basically vulnerable to blind. So this one is mainly for bosses with blind. This one is powerful as well because it has got Metaverse Master and it's got Supreme Santa actually giving me the boost to my main damage dealer. So on this combination, there is only one, as you can see, there's only one Slayer card on it. All the other cards are Commander. 1.2 quadrillion, and the damage will increase as intensity increase. So this one also relies on intensity as well, but you can do quite a bit of damage with this one straight off the bat. So this one is not too bad. This one is a bit quicker than the one that I showed you before. So this one also can be used for Eternal Boss, Inferno Boss, bosses like that. That's got lots of HP and the battle is quite long. So there's a lot of Commander cards that I'm using on Slayer deck, and it's simply because the Commander decks are far better than the Slayer decks. The Slayer decks are absolute garbage, absolute rubbish, especially the current Slayer deck. Yeah, it's not really that good. I don't think it's brilliant anyway. There are more brilliant decks in the Commander realm. Okay, so those are some of the combinations that I've got for you, some of the cards that you can use. There's more combination that you could try out. You could try Immortal Killers using high performance unit area. You could try using the Jailers and go from an Arcane Killer direction, because when it comes to Arcane Killer, I have got a card that is at 6 pink star that I could use as a main damage dealer using the Jailers to boost it. The Jailers has got a 6-turn cooldown as well, but I tend to shy away from using the Jailers because you need a card that's going to generate quite a bit of Earth Gems so that you can power up the Jailers, even though it's got a 6-turn cooldown. But you can play around with the deck and see what you could basically come up with. But those are some of the combinations that I'm trying out. I'll try out other combinations, and if I do find a combination that really packs a punch, I'll showcase that in a short video. So this is Octane saying, hope the video has been helpful. Like, subscribe, and as always, enjoy the event, and bye for now.